Hey guys, Kingpin here, welcome to the next episode of TaleCraft. I'm gonna cut right to the chase this time. We need a mob farm, and luckily we know exactly where a zombie spawner is, directly under enchantment setup in the Amethyst Kingdom. This video is gonna double as kind of a non-traditional tutorial and a traditional tutorial. I'm not gonna show a step-by-step, but I'm gonna explain exactly what I'm doing, and hopefully this design I make of the zombie spawner is up for improvement and you guys can help out. Let's test out how this format of video works. If you like it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get to it though. See you guys there. The big reason we need an XP farm at the moment is because off camera I did some villager grinding and got some pretty good librarians. This one right here sells us Protection 4 for an extremely good price of 23 emeralds. That's one of the best enchantments in the game right there. And of course, no village is complete without the mending villager. And after a few hours, we got it for 12, which is pretty good. So once you found your spawner, you're going to want to hug the wall and dig 4 blocks deep. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to want to do this for every block in the dungeon on the wall. It might take a little bit. I think in total this took me 20 minutes, but this is probably the longest step. After you finish digging out the hole, you'll have a room that looks about like this. So just to recap, what we did is we hugged every single wall, dug 4 blocks back. Eventually you're going to be left with 4 corners, just get rid of those 2 so you have a perfectly even square, just like this. What we're going to do next is dig 4 blocks down. We already have the upper part done, since that's how the dungeon spawns in and we already dug out that part in the wall. So now we have to get rid of the floor so the mobs have a place to fall and let the water take them when they spawn. This is the last tedious step. After this, I promise it gets much easier. Yeah, as you can see by all the blocks, my inventory is packed. Now what we're going to do is put water on the sides there, and then in the middle right here we're going to dig a canal with flowing water that goes all the way to this wall. We'll explain later. Before we finish up the farm, I figured we need to build the facade of the building that the farm is going to be leading to. Remember, the entire point of building this farm is to be able to enchant better with infinite XP from a zombie spawner, so I figured we'd build this building right attached to the enchantment tower made a few episodes back. I think it turned out well. I went for more of a barn roof approach with this. It's not traditional, certainly, and it looks different from anything we've made so far, but I think I like it. The only thing I'm not married to is how the amethyst doesn't pop as much as it does in the tower. I already placed the water on one side, but don't worry, I'll be sure to explain it in due time. But effectively what the water is going to do is push the mobs into this little canal here, which is then going to push them exactly where we want it to so we can get them to the kill chamber for the XP farm to function. Zombies don't really fight the current of the water, so now all we have to do is place some water right over here, and then keep digging it down little by little when the water stops flowing, so it continues to flow and pushes them into a bubble elevator. See how the water is just pushing me back? It's only going against me when I fight it. But now we'll get rid of this block so the water continues to flow, and the zombies, once they're down here being pushed by the other blocks of water, won't be able to escape. We're going to have the bubble elevator right here, and this is right beneath the building we just made, so the zombies will all get funneled into there. The reason we dug out 4 blocks from the mob spawner in the very beginning is because water flows 8 blocks. So by doing that, we dig out 1 more block on the bottom, and look at the other side and look at the water we just placed. It stops as soon as you get to the canal, but it doesn't flow into the canal, so it doesn't disrupt the flow of the water. So the zombies are going to be spawning, they're going to hit this water, and then eventually all are going to fall into the middle, exactly where we want them. The middle will then lead to the bubble elevator, which pushes them up to the building and into the kill chamber, where we can comfortably get the XP with no danger to us. There probably are more efficient ways to do this, but this is one I've made up by myself. I didn't use a single tutorial, and I like it that way. Don't forget to add the sign here to stop the water from flowing into the canal. This part's a little bit confusing, so if you're following along, listen up. You have to make a bubble elevator now, and to do that, you have to use water with soul sand at the bottom, but the problem is it has to be blocks of source block of water. I don't really know what that means, but the way to get around this is to plant a bunch of kelp and then get rid of it. If you plant kelp on a block of water and bone meal it up, Every block of kelp will then become a source block of the water. You can then replace it at soul sand at the bottom, and then everything, including zombies, will shoot to the very top. After this, we need to make a kill chamber at the top. If we have it like it is now, the zombies are just going to get to the top, be in the building, and run amok as soon as they spawn up there. But all you have to do is build a small chamber with a fence gate so they can't break it, because remember, zombies can break doors on hard mode. This is the easiest step. And also don't forget to get rid of your torches so the zombies can actually spawn. Other than that, you guys can find out the errors of this thing for yourself. There's a few things we didn't do, but this design is always up for improvement. For example, right there where that zombie is, I wish we could have used a block of ice, but we don't have Silk Touch right now. The ice makes them slip, it just makes the farm run more efficiently. But this is our kill chamber. It's as easy as that. Our spawner only needs one more thing, and that's a chamber to actually watch them spawn in from. A spawner needs to be within 16 blocks of a player to activate, and the problem is this one's just a little bit too far underground. That's why I put my coordinates on to test it. So we have to make this tiny platform down here, and then we'll be able to spawn them in. I used tinted glass so this viewing chamber can actually function and we can see if the spawner is working. We'll then make a hole in the wall to test that the zombies are coming up correctly, and then when there's a bunch of them, we'll head up and kill them all, just by using this ladder. See? The zombies spawn right there. We just wait down there, none can spawn while we're up here, we kill them all, and then go back. Easy as that. And just like that, we now have infinite XP and can get whatever we want enchantment-wise. Worked great. Remember, this is my design, but feel free to use it and improve it however you guys want. No need to credit. Well, now we have infinite XP, so we can do some serious improvements to this village in the coming episodes. I'm thinking there's going to be a raid soon. The pillagers have been quiet for too long, and it's starting to bother me. I hope this non-traditional tutorial was able to help you guys build your mob farms in the future. Let me know if it did. With that being said, Kingpin out. See you soon.